Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of my Deity No Food Challenge Let's Play. Alright, hopefully this is the episode where we start getting rich, but if I know anything about this game and Deity, we will probably end up spending all our money to not die. So, let's see where this takes us. I'm hoping that we can, one, get through building combo, and then, as we just have more mass die-offs here, and then I'm thinking either farming technologies and then farm water management just to get, a bunch of farm productivity up because most of our economy is farms, or possibly going straight for trading companies. We'll see exactly. I know last episode I talked about putting up clay pits and a potter. Since then, I've kind of had a little bit of a change of heart slash like ideas on how best to play Kingdoms Reborn. I just kind of sat down and did the math, and clay pits are just really terrible buildings, basically. Just in terms of the amount of clay they give you versus the amount of work that you need to put into it. And potters, I've been kind of going back and forth trying to think of like whether I want to put them down or not, or like one or two. I could, just put down some and put some sustainability books in there and then buy a little bit of clay and just kind of roll from there. But also, I also was kind of sitting here thinking like, all right, if I want to buy 100 pottery, it's like 2,500 gold, right? And that's like a lot, but that would upgrade basically all of my houses as opposed to building a building and then just waiting, years for it to actually pump out the amount of pottery that I would get. And so I think that maybe it makes more sense just to buy the pottery. And hopefully that will be good. I just find like buildings in general to be like kind of bad in Kingdoms Reborn as opposed to like farms and ranches. Obviously, we can't use ranches in this current Let's Play because, no food, but I think that definitely farms are the way to go because we're definitely boosting our efficiency. Now things are like, 155, 154, 154. These granaries are really helping. Building combo affects farms, so that'll get a 15% efficiency bonus, and then these other farming upgrades that we can get, and eventually probably windmills as well, just for that extra 10%. So yeah. Let's see here. I will take the extra productivity. Our people are just going to kind of hate their lives, so I think just the extra productivity from passion will help. And I'm just going to kind of throw it down into a charcoal burner. Now, last time, we ran out of coal right at the end of the season, and that's making me a little bit nervous. But also, I don't think we're going to increase our population this year. I think I am going to instead focus on getting pottery, leveling up houses, and then hopefully homebrew. That's the reason why like you want to use pottery over something like beer or furniture, just because homebrew is so stupidly powerful in terms of how much science it gives you. It will give you like a house with pottery. This house produces 13. If it gets pottery, it'll produce an extra 4, right? Plus, obviously, it'll level up. So that's super good, and kind of, the way you progress in this game is more and more tech. And we are out of tools, so that's a problem. And we do not have money to buy tools. So what can we sell? I think we will end up selling medicinal herbs. I don't exactly know how many medicinal herbs we're going to go through. But maybe if I sell like 150 and then I can get one more tool or batch of tools, and then hopefully that'll be good, at least for a while, until our kind of harvest comes in, and kind of go from there. So with my extra laborers, I'm going to start harvesting. Ooh, I need wood badly, and wood is a lot higher of a priority for me because, while I have charcoal burners to keep running, right? So I'm gonna throw this out here. I like to like push this road all the way up to where I'm going, just because it's gonna make your people just a little bit faster getting to and from the trees. What I was saying earlier was I want to get some stone down because my eventual goal is to get to trading companies, drop 10 trading companies to get the Companies Act maxed out bonus, and then then I can sell things for much better or much more expensive and buy things for much cheaper. But until then, this is kind of what we're stuck with. So all our people are running out of tools, which is very bad. But we finally have tools in here. So hopefully these people will go back home and actually work on, tools. But as of now. I do remember adding a ton of immigration offices, which hopefully will help with just kind of keeping the population a little bit more stable. I'm trying to figure out if... Because last year, like right when we started this episode, like I had basically I very much like was at like 0. Everyone was working basically, working or dead. But I think that I'm trying to think like next winter, are we gonna like run out of people again? Because I'd like to add more farms because more farms equals more money. But I don't exactly know if I will have the people to work them when they all die. It is early summer, so I could probably get away with like 1 or 2 more farms and get them up and running. So I think I'll just go for it and see where that takes me in life. Because these will be still in the granary radius. So, all right, this needs to be medicinal herbs, and this can be tulips. Sweet. Selling medicinal herbs is actually like not a terrible idea. You can actually make a fair bit of money from selling medicinal herbs, which is actually really useful because, it can also serve as keeping your population from dying. So you can kind of do double duty here. Let's see. I don't want to run out of tools again, basically. So I kind of want to keep higher amount of tools on, and then I don't think we're definitely not going to run out of medicinal herbs, or at least like very much by the time we get to the next harvest, which is good. We finally have a lot of surplus of one good, at least one of our staples, I guess I should say. And I do think just because like I have this and I have put the book in here and stuff, and these charcoal burners are at really, really high efficiency rates, I think we should be fine come winter, especially because it's like the only thing I can boost, right? So they're all going to be boosted whenever I can. So that should be good. I would like to get more stone down, but I mean, I'm not going to be using the stone for at least a little bit longer, so. I'm ever so close to 90. I don't really want to add more houses currently. I could to get to like 100, or I'm ever so close to 100. I'm trying to think, like, the problem is then you have more population to upkeep, and at lower difficulty levels, you can afford to have a ton of laborers just because people don't eat as much food, right? But the higher difficulties you go, the more percentage of your population you need to have working just to stop just to keep everything going, right? Just, you don't want people sitting around doing nothing, and laborers, they're cutting down trees and stuff, but they're a lot less efficient than an actual worker. So I'm trying to I think though that just because this strategy is so boom or bust, I'm gonna have a bunch of laborers anyway, but I don't really necessarily have the jobs for them. I'm kind of running out of great arable land. Maybe I could get one. This is actually a great idea. I can get one more cannabis farm here. That's not going to come in this before winter, but then I guess maybe build more houses out here and then get a bunch more farms. Though it leaves this like awkward middle ground here where it's like, well, I can't really farm it. So I think I will stay at like 90-ish population for the year and not try and push things too hard. Just because I don't want the collapse later to be terrible. And I don't really want to spend a ton of time on like tools and medicinal herbs. And we got building combo. I always get like jumpy when building combo pops because I'm always just like, thinking or whatever and like psh, all the fireworks and I'm like, whoa, what happened? But it also is kind of fun. So now our farm should be even more efficient, right? We're slowly getting up to 200% efficiency. That's the goal. And our two options are farming technologies into farm water management, because this will be, 3% and this will be 8%, or trading company, or hauling services. I really like hauling or logistics one, just because hauling services make your like this moment right here when you're harvesting so much more efficient, so much faster. However, just because the nature of the strategies, like everyone dies and then you like roll into spring with just enough people to plant your fields, and then you get like a massive surplus of people that like eventually, die over the winter. We kind of don't really have a laborers issue, right? We already have a ton of laborers, just we need a mass of people for the die-off in the winter. So I don't think that haulers are that great right now. I still would probably like put one down, but it's just not a priority. Trading company, I just need more time to get a bunch of stone because like one trading company is kind of useless, right? Like it just gives me a 2% reduction in trade fees. I'll probably want all 10, and that'll be 500 wood and 500 gold or 500 stone, and that's just stuff that we just don't have currently. So I think the best move here is to just go farming technologies. I could also just go into productivity and sustainability books, but I guess now that I think about it, I really don't have any place to put these books anyway, so that is not really an option. If you're playing a normal deity game, going into that is really, really kind of useful. Just because you want to take the game at a very slow, measured pace. And then you can like sit here researching productivity and sustainability books and not really growing, but like ever so slightly like making your population more and more and more efficient so that when you do grow, you're in a good spot. But not available to us because, well, no food, right? So it does look like these farms are not going to get anything in this year, which is disappointing, but fine. I think our wood situation is fine. So I'm going to try and get some stone in. And get some boosts. I'm not going to be building too much this episode, just because, like, I'm not trying to, like, grow, right? Like, I'm trying to stay at 90 population, so my workers are just kind of doing my workers stuff. And so we're kind of just a little bit treading water, not really treading water so much as like staying in place and hopefully making a lot of money is kind of the hope, I guess. But we'll see if that actually is something I'm able to pull off or if it kind of collapses. This would be actually a good time for a tavern, now that I think about it. If I can find one. Ooh, a steel card is always great. Always take steel cards because they always make you money. And then I think I will put, just because I have, taverns aren't like super useful, but they do increase your happiness, which is kind of nice. And this should, well, kind of want to put it out of the way, honestly. Though, I guess this, yeah, I think I'll put it here. We're out of tools again. Not 100. We're going to go with maybe 40 and sell Some tulips. But I would like to buy a little bit of pottery when I can, honestly. Just because then I can, you know, get the homebrew thing going and start getting more money and more science out of my city. And I'm hoping to just have enough money to just buy some pottery. But we'll see. Getting so close to 100 population is just annoying me, honestly. So I think I just want to drop another sort of house. Huh. It actually might make sense to put houses right here, and then I can just, like, put more stuff over here. I think I'm going to put the first house here, though, just because it's kind of easy. And queue up some more chopping for my people to do. Oh, and we're completely out of storage, which is a problem. So I got to get this trade thing in so I can sell some more stuff, basically. And that's something to remember going forward as well. We're going to sell some more tulips. And I'm going to sell everything, basically. I would like to get maybe a storage yard here. Storage yard placement is actually very important because your people will spend a lot of time walking from wherever they're producing to their storage yards. And they'll also, you know, go and get things from the storage yard. And I actually thinking I don't want to put it here because I want the medicine to go more towards the center of my city, right? Like if I put a storage yard up here, then the medicine will go up here, and it'll go right here. And I kind of like medicine also being here and being kind of everywhere. So I wonder if a storage yard like here would make sense. Just because then, you know, if medicine's here, then it helps all of the houses here and like the houses we're probably going to be building on this side of the city anyway. Because just if I put a storage yard near all of my medicine farms, then just all the medicine's going to go there, right? Or the medicinal herbs, I guess. I think I'm going to put one more house down as well. Probably like that. I'm trying to put the houses kind of between, not get too much into the farmland. It'll also probably end up getting farmed over here as well. And it is time to sell some more stuff. So I'm going to sell 100 cannabis, 100 tulips, and more medicinal herb. Well, actually, first things first, I need another trading post for sure. Because we're definitely running out of that sort of thing. But for this one, I wonder if it makes sense to buy some pottery, like... Ooh, this might actually work really well. Sell some of that. Sell some tulips. And I think we just have enough coal where I don't need to boost coal, so I'm going to boost this trading post to hopefully get pottery in faster so I can upgrade my houses faster and kind of go from there. And we're going to go into farm water management to get that 8% bonus. And one of the things that's really good about having just a very farm-based economy, and I find more of my cities being more and more farm-heavy, is just because, like, you can just add up all the farming bonuses and kind of skip the rest of it and be a lot more efficient with how you kind of run through your tech tree, which is very helpful. So you can get to what you want a lot faster. So I need more things for my population to do. Gonna do that. And I think I'm gonna have them go down here as well, just for something to do during the winter when I have a bunch of laborers. Ooh, I'm gonna go productivity. I've historically been putting a ton of sustainability books into my charcoal burners, but I don't know. The thing is like, wood is so easy to get, right? You just chop it down with like your just random laborers. And so it might make more sense to, and like, if you're in a wood sparse area, you can run out of wood, and that can be really problematic. But we're not in a situation where we're going to run out of wood anytime soon, so I'm going to put a productivity book in here. And we are out of tools again, like always. Let's buy 50 this time. All right, cool. Now hopefully we'll have a bunch of housing upgrades. Actually, I should get homebrew first, just because it's super quick to get. And we're very quickly getting a lot of houses upgraded. Which is, see, you can see just, you slap down homebrew, you're already getting 45. Like, buying, here's the thing, right? Buying pottery is super expensive. It's 2,500, but like before I bought pottery, my science was what, like 180 or something, and I buy pottery and I put on homebrew, and suddenly it's 360, and it was all for like 2,500 gold, which is a lot, but like not that much, right? Like it was one harvest worth of profit for us, which would be it's just a lot faster than building like, you know, potters and kind of waiting around and maybe boosting them and like trying to get them to actually like do stuff. So I think from now on until like a patch comes down, I'm just gonna buy pottery for the most part. It won't upgrade all of my houses, but you know, half of them, that's really good. So I'm gonna sell some more medicinal herbs just so we have some ready to go. And thing is this is going to be all of my income, right? For, well, the majority of my income until next year. And so I kind of want to, like, do I need to buy a province is my question. It's not for, like, the size of my city. I'm not expanding, like, just, you know, space-wise very quickly. But if I run out of, like, wood, that would be very bad. And I mean, we have a lot of wood in the bank. We have wood kind of queued up, so I don't think I really need a new province this next upcoming year. I'll probably upgrade, build some houses and up our population, but I think for now we can afford to buy some more pottery. Do that. All right. Now we are deep into winter, so our population is going to decline. Is there farms that I want to put up for next year? Let's see. Farm here would probably get put in the... This is just going to be a weird looking farm. All my farms always look really weird, honestly. But a farm's a farm, right? So I think I can get away with a couple more farms, hopefully, just because I have all of these immigration centers or immigration offices. But over here gets kind of weird because, like, do I want to put farms over here? If I put farms over here, I'll need, I guess, I have a granary right here. What am I talking about? I can just put farms down here and kind of just see where they take me. Yeah, I think this will work. This will only be 90%, but actually, like, farm fertility is, like, you know, obviously important to look at, but this one, like, you know, this one's, like, almost 100% fertility, and it has 71 efficiency. This one, with the same bonuses, will be, like, or, like, this is, you know, 171 efficiency. This one will be, like, 161 efficiency, which is totally fine, honestly. So I don't think that's a big deal. And these can produce tulips, which is great for the money. I think 3 more farms is good for now, because I want to just make sure that they all get like farmed and you get stuff in. I think next year when we upgrade our population and just get more people, that will, you know, allow a much larger expansion like at the end of next year. One more thing, and this is kind of a problem. Well, I guess I can just take out the Companies Act because it's not doing anything for me right now, and then just make sure I upgrade this before I get my trading companies up and running. Because I do want all 3, Companies Act, Homebrew, and Farm Water Management, in my Town Hall. Because I need all the efficiency I can get. So I have a little bit more tulips I could potentially sell. You don't want to ever get to like 0 because your houses are going to like slowly use it throughout the year. They don't use like a ton, but you still need some just to keep things kind of going. And also, like, if I'm building more houses early in spring, then I can, you know, use these to automatically upgrade them right away so they don't have to wait for the next harvest. But looks like we survived to the next spring. And honestly, 71, this is kind of the perfect amount. We got right down to the minimum amount of population we need to start the next year, and we will shoot back up. And yeah, I think this city keeps getting more and more stable. I think once you start stacking bonuses for like efficiency and stuff, things get better and better, and Deity gets easier and easier. Really, I mean, like, the whole game gets really way easier and easier. Though once you hit like 200 population and your city kind of starts to sprawl, things like slow down again. There's kind of like a weird like difficulty curve in this game that I think is kind of interesting. But anyway, that concludes year 5 or year 4, episode 4. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, all that jazz, and I will catch you in another video.